Where you're from, you may be an apostate, but here, you'd be landed gentry.
While Star Wars has been pretty secretive about the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, there are still some things we know about its story and production. This will be the franchise's first film since The Rise of Skywalker in 2019, making it a pretty big deal. Aside from Pedro Pascal reprising his role as Din Djarin and a few confirmed cast members, most details are still under wraps, at least officially. However, between what the Mandalorian series has already set up and some behind-the-scenes reveals, we can start piecing together what to expect. So, let's break it down. Pedro Pascal is officially on set for The Mandalorian and Grogu, and the confirmation comes straight from Din Djarin's stunt double, Lateef Crowder. In a now expired Instagram story, Crowder shared a clip of himself heading to set, tagging Pascal and writing, "Stretch good, Papa." Given that Pascal just wrapped filming the Fantastic Four First Steps, his presence on set was a huge surprise. This all but confirms that we'll see at least one helmetless Din Djarin scene in the movie, something that fans have been hoping for since his face was last shown in The Mandalorian Season 2 finale almost 4 years ago. Season 3 kept Din fully masked, which sparked plenty of debate, so Pascal physically being on set is a great sign. But there's more. Crowder's playful stretch comment hints that Pascal might actually be doing some of his own stunts, possibly even a helmetless fight scene. If true, this would be a first for the character, making it a major moment for both the movie and Pascal's performance. On top of that, another wild piece of news just dropped. Rata the Hutt, Jabba's long-lost son from the Clone Wars, is making his return in The Mandalorian and Grogu. Even more unexpected, he'll be voiced by the Bear star Jeremy Allen White. The internet had a field day with this casting, given how bizarre it sounds, but reports suggest Rata will have a significant role in the movie. How exactly he fits into the story is still a mystery, but it's safe to say The Mandalorian and Grogu is shaping up to be full of surprises. Another intriguing development is the return of a minor villain from The Mandalorian Season 3, who seems poised for a bigger role in The Mandalorian and Grogu. Johnny Coyne, who briefly appeared as an Imperial warlord in the Shadow Council during Season 3 Episode 7, Chapter 23 The Spies, is officially back. While his role was mostly in the background before, his inclusion in the movie suggests he's about to become a much bigger threat. With Moff Gideon out of the picture after his fiery demise in the Season 3 finale, the Imperial Shadow Council is likely in chaos. But now that Grand Admiral Thrawn has returned, he may be stepping in to take control, possibly handing out new orders to the remaining warlords. There's even a chance Thrawn could approve Coyne's warlord's plan to disrupt hyperspace lanes, something that could have massive consequences across the galaxy. It's also pretty likely that Coyne's Imperial warlord will be tied to pirates in The Mandalorian and Grogu. In The Mandalorian Season 3, he specifically mentioned how chaos in the galaxy made it the perfect time to raid hyperspace lanes, a theme that Star Wars Skeleton Crew is already exploring. Since Skeleton Crew focuses on the dangers of hyperspace piracy and even highlights it in its opening text, it wouldn't be surprising if that show ends up setting the stage for Coyne's warlord to take on a bigger role in the movie. If this turns out to be true, The Mandalorian and Grogu could finally make pirates a major live-action threat in Star Wars. While smuggling and piracy have always been part of the franchise, Han Solo himself started as a smuggler, the live-action films have rarely given pirates the spotlight. The animated series, especially The Clone Wars and Rebels, did a great job expanding on this side of the galaxy, introducing fan-favorite pirates like Hondo Ohnaka. Now, The Mandalorian and Grogu might just continue that trend, bringing space piracy into Star Wars cinematic storytelling in a big way. One more news that will excite Star Wars Rebels fans everywhere: Garazeb Zeb Orrelios is officially returning in The Mandalorian and Grogu. While his live-action cameo in The Mandalorian Season 3 already hinted at bigger things to come, exclusive footage from the movie has now confirmed his role. At this point in the timeline, Zeb is working as a New Republic official, training new recruits at the Adelphi Outpost, also home to Captain Carson Teva. And since Din Djarin is essentially a new recruit himself, albeit an unofficial one, it makes total sense for Zeb to be involved in his journey. For fans of Star Wars animation, this is a huge moment. It's rare for animated characters to not only make the jump to live action, but also land a role in a Star Wars movie. Zeb's inclusion feels like a major win for Rebels fans, and his no-nonsense attitude should make for some great interactions with Din. If all goes well, the two could quickly become solid allies, and maybe even friends. Furthermore, the last 3 pieces of the puzzle we have for the movie paint an even clearer picture of where Din Djarin's journey is headed. Speaking of the Adelphi Outpost, Zeb's inclusion in the story seems to imply that more New Republic Rangers based out of Adelphi will also be part of Din Djarin's story. Given how far removed Din sounded like he wanted to be from the Rangers when he first made his offer to Captain Teva to work as an independent contractor type of bounty hunter, this is a promising sign of some character growth for him. Rather than working entirely alone, he'll no doubt have to start relying more on their resources and personnel. This could introduce audiences to a whole new array of New Republic heroes outside just Zeb and Captain Teva. Any friendships Din makes outside these two could raise the emotional stakes significantly in the heat of battle, which is a must-have in a movie of this scale. It would also add to Din's ever-growing collection of random allies throughout the galaxy, giving him a good leg to stand on in just about any situation. Almost more significant to some of us than Zeb himself in the exclusive movie footage shown at D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event, was the valiant return of the Razor Crest. It, of course, is not Din Djarin's original Razor Crest, which was utterly demolished by Moff Gideon on Tython in The Mandalorian Season 2, but it looks to be a very similar model. This is very promising to those who have been hoping that Din would get a bigger ship upgrade, as his N1 starfighter no longer suits his growing family's needs. It will be a thrill, no doubt, to see how Grogu continues to grow in The Mandalorian and Grogu, and how he has earned his independence in the time between the TV show and the movie. And that's that for today's video. Thank you so much for watching our video today, and we will see you in the next one. Click the like button and subscribe for more updates on this and other TV shows and movies. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments section below.